was it recent, though? I mean, if this death was... How long ago was this death? 2 years?
Couple.
2019?
2019.
Oh, really? Why time flies. So, 6 years.
Well, again, that's part of what I'm going to try to answer for you.
Jeffrey Epstein jail CCTV erased by technical errors. Whoopsies.
Yeah.
But you see...
So Kash Patel ended up coming on the Joe Rogan podcast to claim that the footage from the CCT or whatever them joints are, my bad, I had to clear my throat, but the CCT footage is like nowhere visible whatsoever. He's trying to say that he has it somehow. And let me play devil's advocate at this point. Kash Patel might be telling the truth, right? And Joe Rogan don't think he's telling the truth. Nobody believes Kash Patel is telling the truth. But Kash Patel could be telling the truth because maybe the FBI covered up the footage of Epstein actually Epsteining himself because they didn't want their COs or guards. I don't really know how. I think it's actually U.S. Marshals. Yeah, I could see the U.S. Marshals covering it up so a U.S. Marshal that's actually working on a cell unit doesn't get arrested. Like,
see how anybody on the outside... I mean, this is like a perfect storm.
Yeah.
For something. Can you pull that article up so we can read what it says, Jamie? U.S. prosecutor said the jail mistakenly saved footage from the wrong cell. Sorry. Epstein, a convicted sex offender, first tried to kill himself in July last year, hanged himself in jail.
Hang on.
Yep.
Reread that line.
That he first tried to kill himself in July of last year. Yeah.
How much of the American public do you think knows that?
I didn't know that until right now.
There you go.
Maybe I heard it and forgot. Did you ever hear it, Jamie?
That's why he's on suicide watch, I think.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we all heard about it, but it was right after he said he wouldn't try to do nothing like that to himself. I don't know, though. However, they getting the wood chipper, but I'm still trying to figure out why Kash Patel is trying to cover up for an Adobe acrobat like Jeffrey Epstein.
Okay.
So a
Hanged
guy...
himself in jail in August while serving trial on federal sex trafficking charge. He pleaded not guilty to abusing dozens of girls, some as young as 14. Soon after Epstein's death in August, two of the CCTV cameras outside his cell had malfunctioned and were being examined by the FBI. Found semi-conscious in his prison cell with injuries on his neck on 25 of July. After this incident, he's placed on suicide watch.
I'm not saying every single camera in the place was working. I'm saying we've got footage and you're getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can make up your own mind. And
Right.
the theory...
So how am I going to make up my own mind, Kash? Kash Patel is about to try to lie to her face. He's going to say something that's been echoed all over the internet from every corner of the internet. And it's only appropriate that I have it echo over here on the internet so we can make the internet what it was intended to be, one big echo chamber. Kash Patel, why are we going to know this footage ain't fake?
Theories can continue, but my job...
So
is to give
you
the
became
information.
aware of this footage recently?
The ones that we're looking at, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, but this is like an article from quite a while ago that was saying that the footage was mistakenly erased.
Look, I mean, goes back to the same... Ask the people that were in power then. I mean, I get it that you want to hold me to account for their actions. And
No, I'm not.
So it's like, I don't know. I kind of do think it's possible, but I feel like there's other stuff we could be talking about other than this. You know what I mean? But it is possible that Kash Patel and Dan Bongino and the new FBI leadership was able to find some evidence that they didn't have around or whatever. And there could be multiple reasons on why they covered it up, why they acted like the camera is off, and like had it seem like they were watching the wrong cell, so it would justify the officers not catching him do it to him. So I was like, I don't know, but I just know in this day and age, let's listen.
No, I'm not saying,
not you.
I'm not saying that.
Not you. Just the public in general, and that's okay.
What's confusing to everybody today, first of all, it's very confusing because AI can kind of make anything. You know, which has got to be a bizarre position for you to be in when you're looking at videos. I mean, I've watched Viking videos. It looked real as fuck, you know? They just make Viking towns. I mean, it's really quite incredible what they're doing now, and it accelerates every month. I mean, I talked to Elon about it, and he said, we're blown away literally every week. Every week there's some new breakthrough that we're like, wow, we didn't expect that.
Well, I can tell you, after having looked at it, this ain't going to be AI.
You don't think so?
You're going to...
So that tells me for sure it might be AI, because if Kash Patel is saying it isn't going to be AI, and Kash Patel is the head of the FBI, and the FBI spends most of their time online investigating cyber crimes because that's one of the few crimes that travel across borders. I feel like Kash Patel is lying, but I also wanted to like leave that seed of doubt in your head, because maybe Kash Patel isn't a liar, maybe Kash Patel is. I feel like he's lying, but I also feel like he could have found evidence that, like, there's multiple reasons why they want to cover it up. How officers didn't see that happen, you know what I mean? They don't want to see their fellow officers get arrested or get roped in or whatever. Like, I feel like that's a conspiracy. Like, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in this world. And if you like crazy stuff going on in this world, I don't know what's wrong with you, but there's a lot of stuff wrong with me. Like, starting off, I made this video. I know you're watching it, but I made it. So, if you're Google for Cocoa Puffs like me, hit some cool little buttons or whatever. I'll see y'all around. Until next time.